ISIL. I wanted to be one of the first to congratulate you on your graduation from the level of scum to the peak of pusillanimous maggots. I must say, personally, I am impressed at how quickly you progressed to that stage, but not in the least bit surprised that you finally did make it. I wanted to be one of the first to congratulate you. You have most certainly turned all of the heads that you have not thought of and managed to grasp the attention of the world. Personally, I am impressed at how you only had to slaughter roughly 10,000 innocent men, women, and children to do so. You have most certainly, for the last 2 years, I have sat in the comfort of my home watching your power-hungry posse of misfits terrorize the world, all while listening to your vitriolic diatribe and farcical sense of reasoning for annihilating the first to congratulate you on your graduation from the level of scum to the peak of pusillanimous maggots. I must say, personally, I am impressed at how quickly you progressed to that stage, but not in the least bit surprised that you finally did make it. You have most certainly turned all of the heads that you have not thought of and managed to grasp the attention of the world. And to think, you only had you as a pig-eating son of a whore. I wanted to be one of the first to congratulate dear ISIL. I wanted to be one of the first to congratulate you on your graduation from the level of scum to the peak of pusillanimous maggots. I must say, personally, I am impressed at how quickly you progressed to that stage, but not in the least bit surprised that you finally did make it. You have most certainly turned all of the heads that you have not thought of and managed to grasp the attention of the world. And to think, you only had to slaughter roughly 10,000 innocent men, women, and children to do so. For the last 2 years, I have sat in the comfort of my home watching your power-hungry posse of misfits terrorize the world, all while listening to your vitriolic diatribe and farcical sense of reasoning for annihilating those whom you call disbelievers in the name of Allah. It is my understanding, after having educated myself on the foundation of your brutality and the origin of your beliefs, that you will stop at nothing until you accomplish everything. Everything being what your God says is everything, not you. You were once quoted by saying, "We fear not the swarms of planes, nor ballistic missiles, nor drones, nor satellites, nor battleships, nor weapons of mass destruction. How could we fear them, while Allah the Exalted has said, if Allah should aid you, no one can overcome you." And just like that, you consider yourselves invincible. Isn't it fascinating how religion works? We, being those who participate in the idea of believing in an intangible entity, become the judge, jury, and executioner to those who do not believe as we do, all in the name of that very being. I'm a bit ambivalent to this concept, as I am a Christian, and do not condone your tactics at praising your God, but it was not too long ago that Christians did the very same thing in the name of ours. So this, coupled with your sadistic slaying of thousands, is why you have graduated to a level worthy of the attention you have received by those whom you wish to destroy. Some call it a war on terrorism, others a war on religion, some even call it a war on power and politics. Americans, however, those of us who do not follow blindly and do not fall to our knees in the wake of fear and Islamic extremism, call this a war on life. And if there's one thing I know about my country, it's that her people do not take kindly to those attempting to end it. You see, we have a set of values in this country: pride, honor, integrity. And for years now, we have allowed our leaders to define those values and dictate when we use them and how. I'm sure it will come as no surprise to you that those same leaders are now the individuals who have polished and defined America's bark, but have yet to brush the dust back off her bite. They have sat idly by, twiddling their thumbs and tightening the chains around the necks of my countrymen when they snarl at the taste of Islamic blood. They have implemented rules of engagement so as to spare the destruction and annihilation of those whom you stand aside. They have coddled our enemies and nurtured their foundation, all while telling my people to stand down and remain silent. And for this reason, my country is ready to release the chains of moral ambiguity that have suppressed our ability to defend our nation against all enemies sworn to destroy her. The President of the United States no longer possesses the ability to speak on behalf of the American people. He has turned his back on us, and as a result, we have turned our fronts to you. So if you want something, you have to come through us to get it. I implore you to reconsider your next move, though, because once you activate on American soil, you will be coming head-to-head and toe-to-toe with a beast that will redefine your definition of Judgment Day. And the last thing you will see before your 72 virgins is the face of an American that validated your one-way ticket to the show. Make no mistake about it, America does not fear ISIL. We have been waiting for the opportunity that you have presented at our feet like the gullible little puppies that you are, biting the ankles of someone much bigger than they. You prey on those that do not stand a chance against you. You hide behind your masks and stand behind those you execute like sheepish cowards, beating your chest and chanting death to America. You are not invincible to this nation's thirst for blood of our enemies just because your God says you are. You are not indestructible from the shrapnel of our honor and liberty just because your God says you are. You are not impenetrable to the blade of our country's sword just because your God says that you are. You will need a lot more than his words to protect you from a war on American soil, because when it comes to life or death in these United States, we don't play by the rules of the government. The United States of America will not bow to radical Islam, and we will not be backed into a corner by the hands of our enemy. Keep that in mind when you knock on our door, because you cannot possibly begin to fathom what is waiting for you on the other side. Quote for you from my father. ISIS members, every one of you is a pig-eating son of a whore. Fuck you, your mother, your faggot prophet, and that offspring of a pig you call Allah. Am I being too vague? End quote.